What is up, viewers? It is Zote here today, bringing you another edition in my Worth Backing series. Today we'll be taking a look at the game The Long Dark, a survival game with features similar to that of DayZ in terms of complexity and immersion. The game takes place where a bush pilot, Will Mackenzie, crash lands in a northern wilderness setting in the aftermath of some geomagnetic disaster, which means that no technology works at all. The game is more focused on exploration and survival rather than action. Think of it similarly like playing through the movie The Grey. If you're turned off from this game due to the complexity I mentioned, I want to give you an anecdote that's personal. I played the DayZ mod for Arma 2, and I really wasn't a fan of it, and here's why. I thought that the fact you spawn with very little was unfair, the random spawning could make you unlucky or very lucky, and the fact that multiplayer just made people your enemies, that really wasn't that fun. If those things were fixed, however, I would have enjoyed it. I think the idea is sound, and the complexity only enhances your immersion with a survival game. With The Long Dark, I'm assuming that you'll be able to salvage items from your plane, and the cabin we see in the footage will hopefully be your makeshift house for the beginning of the game. If that's the case, I'm already rooting for this game more than DayZ. Let's talk about the first feature I'm looking forward to the most: realism and complexity. There's a fine line between making a game real and complex while not overdoing it, and I think The Long Dark does a pretty good job with this. It may seem intimidating when you look at the calorie, energy consumption, hunger, thirst, and temperature bars, but before we bash it, let's give it a chance. It seems as long as you collect ample food, water, and have a source of shelter, you shouldn't face too many difficulties. In a sense, if you've played Minecraft on anything but peaceful, you should already have some experience with this genre. The second feature I'm really looking forward to is the art style. The art style Hinterland Games is going for is called minimalist, which personally I'm into, and I'll say why after this next segment. If you're not into this type of art, you're not going to enjoy the game, and you should probably go to my Star Citizen video because that game is the complete opposite in terms of graphics. Now, the reason I'm personally a fan of minimalist is two things. Firstly, it allows the game to seem more timeless, similarly to Team Fortress 2. This allows replayability even years after the game is released, without saying, "God, what's with these graphics?" The second reason is quite simple. You get more frames per second. There's nothing like playing a game at 60 frames per second, even during intense cutscenes. The final feature I'll simply mention: the story. Not much is known about it, since the only information on it is a paragraph on their website, but they mention that there will in fact be other characters you'll meet along the way. Who knows, maybe it'll be similar to Borderlands. To conclude, this is definitely a game worth checking out if you're on the fence about backing it. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. If you like this video, feel free to go check out some of my other videos in my Worth Backing series.